Hi there, welcome to this unboxing. This is for Letters from Whitechapel, Revised Edition I believe. Now I was fortunate enough to play a few great games at the weekend at a friend of mine, Neil's, and we played Wings of War, El Grande, big box, and also finished off with Letters of Whitechapel. Now I've never played Letters of Whitechapel before, and he did not have this version. He had an old original version. And it's UK Games Expo. We're going there on this Saturday, this year. So it's on the 3rd to the 5th of June. We're going on the Saturday, the NEC Birmingham. So it should be quite good. So we played it, and that is the first time I'd ever played the game. What a brilliant game! Really entertaining. It's one of them games, rare games, I think. So simple to play. It's a 5 minutes explaining to somebody. Yeah, it's the revised edition, this, and it is in conjunction with Fantasy Flight. Neil's copy. He had the metal miniatures, which are really cool. So you got the ladies of the night, if you like, as metal miniatures, and he's painted them up. They come, I think, just in metal, and also the bobbies and Jack the Ripper that goes down the track, all in metal. So, and I think they're work out about 20 quid plus delivery though from the States. And if you want to look, that's at Blue Moon Miniatures. That's Blue Moon Miniatures. You can get a full Jack the Ripper set of metal models. Anyway, he did that because the models in his were like plastic pawns. In this, I believe, wooden pawns. So I don't think I'm going to bother. The game is absolutely fantastic. I played Jack, and I had such a good time because they nearly had me on the very, very first. I picked my lair, my safe house, if you like, and on I did my first murder, and they surrounded me, and I thought there's no escape. I was like a rabbit in the headlights, and it was tense, and I managed to just slip them. I went back to the murder scene, which they didn't think to look at, and I managed to slip through the net. It was just so touch and go though, and then I managed to go on and win the game in the end. I managed to kill all 5, and it was absolutely fantastic. Now one thing I really like is the box front straight away. It's really atmospheric, isn't it? So we've got the Streets of London map here, Letters from Whitechapel. It's simple revised edition here, and a game of deception and deduction in Victorian London for 2 to 6 players. I just had a little look on the internet, and I remember watching in the 80s. And I just had a look, and it's 1988. It was my favourite that I've seen. Jack the Ripper movie was a 2-part, 90 minutes each episode called Jack the Ripper with Michael Caine and Jane Seymour. That was absolutely class, and we're gonna watch that again, and probably watch it before playing this game just to set the mood. So I think we should just look into the box, see what we've got in this edition. So here's the player sheets. Let's have a look. So we've got Jack's sheet there. It tells you, it's like a play aid. And we got PC Banana, and the red, green, is that like a brownish colour, and blue. And they're just all the player aids there. So it plays up to 6 players. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Straight out the box. And I do believe there's an expansion coming out at some point. There's actually pictures on the internet of a expansion box cover and back, and it is going to include models for all the characters, pre-painted, I think. Not entirely sure, and plus some cards, I think, that, with different scenarios and stuff. So here's the rule book. I say it's a very simple game to play, but it's one of them games that really great to have in the collection, that you can have a really fun-filled evening. I thought after 10 minutes that's going to be game over. We had a 5 minute explanation, and I just managed to somehow get through the net. It was so close though, and they were really good at tracking me. I felt like I was being hounded. It was an absolutely amazing experience. So I just knew I had to buy the game. So there's a nice glossy rule book there. There's some excellent play aids and stuff on Board Game Geek if you need them. So we've got the rule book, we've got the cards, sheets. Now, in the version I played, this was a little envelope when I was playing Jack, but here we have, oh, this is great, this is. So we've got the proper player screen here, so the players can't see what I'm doing. So, or whoever's going to, I'm sure we'll take in turns playing Jack. Very handy that. All you need to do is make sure that the board faces the way that this screen faces with this track, so you can actually plan out your moves and you pick your secret lair. It can be anywhere. I was actually 91, there we are. I picked that at random, that was my secret lair, and I had to keep getting back to there after each murder. This is a really handy player aid and it's going to work really well, isn't it? Let's have a look at it from the front. That's cool, isn't it? That's pretty good. So the play aid, here's the coppers here. So a bit of flavour text on them, and basically just so you know, if the blue copper's had his movement, you just flick him over and he's been used that turn for the investigators. And then you've got these coach tokens, and these let Jack move, and depending on which murder he's committing, there's a certain amount of coaches. I think the first murder he gets use of these back alley tokens, which are like torches to look through the back alleys, so he can break normal rules and not go along the roads, and he can skip through the back alleys. He's got a couple of those, and there's 3 coach tokens, and I think he gets to use all 5 tokens on his first murder, but then they get decreased and in different numbers. And the coach token lets him move 2 white dots on each turn rather than 1, and the coppers, they move on the black squares, and you can't move through the coppers, but if you've got a coach you can just whiz past. It's absolutely cracking. It's solid. It is a solid game. I've heard it referred to as a little bit similar to Fury of Dracula, but there's a lot more meat on Fury of Dracula, and I would say that is very true. This is a game that you can just get out and play with non-gamers and have a really good evening, I would say. We have some non-gamers that we kind of destroyed their heads with Terra Mystica as a first game. And I thought, we played that game so much, it's an easy teach, but I think it was too much for them. So this is the sort of game that I have this in mind for playing with them as well. So let's have a look at the board. It looks like it's going to be a huge board here. Don't know if it's any different to the copy I've played with last Sunday. Let's have a look. So it's a big freefold board. I think this might actually be larger. On the back of it, which is nice, it's got Sir Chester Cobbler. Cobblepot, is it? Yeah, board games, fine quality games.
Sir Chester Cobblepot.
Sir Chester. Well, we live in Chester, so that's not bad. Yeah, it's a massive board. I think this board's larger than the. Oh, mind you, we played on a very large table, but I think it's a bigger board. It certainly looks it. We'll just do the little back bending trick there, just so that it lies all nice and flat. There we go. I think where are we? There. That's it. I think we're all right now. Pretty close to flat. We'll get it completely flat. So there's the map of London. Let's have a look at the rest of the pieces. So we get a decent amount of score sheets here, or tracking sheets I should say. You can use a pencil with a rubber and just rub them out, and there's a file on the internet to download. More off Board Game Geek. Now, did not see any of these in the copy I played, and this is Saucy Jackie, Dear Boss. Now, Dear Boss, I think, is going to be the name of the new expansion that's going to be coming out. We've got Galston Street and From Hell. So these are the letters, aren't they? I've never seen any of these in the copy I played. I like these. These are the counters. Now, in the copy I played, they were them plastic, not plastic, glass gems, I should say. But these are really neat coloured counters. So these red ones here are going to be where the murders have taken place. Of course, there's 5 of them because there's 5 murders throughout the game if Jack's going to do his stuff. First night there's going to be 1 murder. Second night a murder. Third night 2 murders, that racks it up a bit. And the fourth night a 5th murder. And then we've got these yellow tokens to drop clues where if the cops guess where Jack has been, they put the yellow ones. The white ones, clear ones, I'm not quite sure what they're for. Let's have a look at these. Oh, I like this. So it was paper or cardboard tokens, I should say, for when you place them out. This edition's really nice. This edition is really nice. Yeah, these were just cardboard tokens in the edition I played, and this is the sort of stuff I would normally do to pimp out a copy. And to find that it's already done, you know, hats off to Fantasy Flight. They normally drown you in chits, don't they? Which I don't like, but this is great. So you put these out on where you're going to place. Jack will put these out anywhere on the board where these red marks are, I should say. These are the murder scenes, the red marks. But Jack will know which ones. So that would be a dud. He's going to know where the prostitutes are going to be placed. And then the coppers, they'll put theirs out, but they won't know. They'll have to place theirs out around these, and they won't know. And then when they're turned over, you'll find out where the different coppers are going to be placed, and where the ladies in the night are going to be placed. And there's your murder. That's where your murder is going to be. So that's great. There's some great tokens there. I really, really like that. Now let's have a look at these. So here's the ladies of the night. There'll be 5 of those. All there for the taking. And here's Jack the Ripper. There he is with his hat, and these are all nice wooden polished. So he will do the various rounds of the game. Track there, and also another Jack the Ripper, the same side. He will start there, he will start here. And depending on whether he wants to murder on the first night, you can give yourself more time by going back. But when you go back, the cops get to move their coppers 1 space each time. So it's a real push your luck thing there. I used that method a couple of times. And here's the different coloured coppers. I think they're really nice. I don't feel that there's any need to upgrade those at all. They look absolutely class. We've got a nice insert tray here, which is unusual for the Fantasy Flight, isn't it? It's normally just a paper box, nothing. What a great addition. That looks absolute class to me. And I already know it is one of the games. That's a game you're going to play, well, forever really. You just pull out at Christmas or pull out of an occasion or just friends round, and everybody can have a real good time. It's really tense. And I think there's a good soundtrack to even play it to that somebody's put up. If you start going into Geek Files on Letters from Whitechapel, you'll get links to stuff. So that's it. That's the brilliant. I can say brilliant because I played it and it is really is fantastic. That is the brilliant Letters from Whitechapel. Thanks for watching.